Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters, peace be upon you all. I'm making this video in response to this man here, the masked analyst. He made a video about Islamic censorship that has struck YouTube. Now, what this is all about is that there's this guy named Nick Gisburne who posted a video with all these quotes from the Quran, but the problem was that these quotes were all taken out of context, and in fact they didn't represent anything at all. They didn't represent the message of the Quran or any message at all. And in fact, what the lines all stated were by themselves look like lines of violence. So in fact the message was one to portray Islam as a religion of violence. Now of course this is not true, and if he posted the entire passage, then of course his video would have been lost its meaning. So I'm here to answer him and explain why Nick was censored. Oh, and actually he wasn't just censored, but he was actually taken off YouTube altogether. So he's asking why this Islamic censorship is coming about. My question to you is, why is there so much hate towards Islam? Why did he post a video? Maybe he did it unintentionally, but the video didn't portray any truth. Instead, the video was made for people to look at it and become upset with Islam, with Muslims, and wasn't for anything positive. So I'm not sure what why you're defending the guy. For myself as a Muslim, I'm not violent, and I like to portray, my everyday living is portraying Islam, and I watched the entire video of Nick, and it was hurtful. I gotta admit, it was hurtful for someone to do that to me. Just like you've taken, Mr. Masked Analyst, a defensive approach for Nick, trying to support him, I myself am taking a defensive approach for Islam and my fellow Muslims as well. And I hope you can understand that you talk about the rules or the censorship in Western society. Now, in fact, in Western society, one can take someone to the courtroom and sue them for slander if they have slandered either their name or their way of life, and it's affected their life and business. Now, for myself, if someone has attacked Islam, I cannot take them to court, obviously, but I can do the defense myself, and that's what people have done with that video, was take it in their own hands. Now, I want you to look into this, but it's posted on the YouTube Terms of Use website, and it says that, let me go and look it up. Okay, it says, on number 5, clause B of user submissions, you shall be solely responsible for your own user submissions and the consequences of posting or publishing them. Okay? Now it says on part C, in connection with user submissions, you further agree that you will not, and I want you to read part 3 here, submit material that is unlawful, obscene, defamatory, libelous, threatening, pornographic, harassing, hateful, racially or ethnically offensive, or encourages conduct that would be considered a criminal offense, give rise to civil liability, violate any law, or is otherwise inappropriate. So, I don't know about you, maybe you don't see it, but Nick's video was actually a lot of those things, and so YouTube did have the right to pull the video, and I'm not sure why you want to defend him so. There's a lot of censorship in the Western society, maybe you're not aware of. In Europe, actually, you're not even able to deny the Holocaust. So, I mean, there are laws regarding what you can and cannot say. In France, women that go to school aren't allowed to wear a headscarf. I mean, what's the deal with that, And then in America, people of certain sexual orientation aren't allowed to get married. So there are restrictions on freedoms. So, before we're so quick to point fingers, especially at an entire population like Muslims, which includes myself. I want to ask you, please, take the time out. You mentioned that you don't even know anything about Quran, or that you're not a Islamic scholar, but please take the time out, read the Quran, talk to Muslims, educate yourself about Islam to see what it's about, and you'll see that we're all welcome. I'd love to discuss Islam with you. I mean, I'm really busy with studies, but I'll take the time out, and hopefully we can get this taken care of. But for messages of hate and intolerance, that there's just no place for that in our society, because how are we ever going to be living peacefully if everyone's posting this kind of stuff? So with that said, also, brother, I asked you, why do you wear a mask, or why are you censoring your face to the public? Even myself, I'm not about censorship. I'll come out in the open. This is who I am, and I'm willing to discuss my point of view, and I hope you do the same. Alright, brother, so to everyone, Muslim, non-Muslim, let's be good to each other. Let's talk reasonably and not spread hate and injustice, okay? So, until next time, peace.